Happy Sabbath, happy Sabbath. So another Sabbath, and I was just here and just wanted to do another video. What I want to talk about today is, what they call a controversial topic, and that is polygamy, namely polyandry, which is a woman having more than one, no, a man having more than one, no, actually polyandry is a woman having more than one husband. Polygyny is a man having more than one wife. So I was just watching this video about these various women that, are with men who end up harming them. And these were, some, I guess you can say, just normal women, normal women with, those everyday issues, right? The men mistreated them, and, this lady was talking about this one woman who had mental issues, and a guy basically, used that, to take all her money, and then she killed herself, So I was just sitting there thinking, man, I mean, if I had that woman, man, I would treat her right, I would never do that to her. But this woman is so desperate, that she would look past all the red flags with this guy and just stay with the guy, And I'm getting this sense that women are desperate for men. Just a sense I get just looking across the world, the whole world. I was reading something in Kenya that I don't know when this happened. I didn't check the date when this happened. But women, they were marching for men because there's a shortage of men in Kenya. It makes sense. Again, this is not corroborated. I didn't get this conclusion from corroborated evidence. Just casual observation, and that is this: that the world has always had more women than men. Once it got past Adam and Eve, 1-to-1. Once it got past Noah and his sons, 1-to-1, the world always has more women than men. And here's the reason, one simple reason. Men are the ones that go off to war and get killed, right? Men are the ones who, are more aggressive and get in conflicts and just get killed. Just that alone, just the men being men, right? Wars and, say if even at a 1-to-1, after war, it's no longer 1-to-1. So what you have out there, people, and be honest now, is a bunch of desperate women who want men. Because the normal woman wants a man. Normally she does want a man. That's why she settles for anything. Even something that's abusing her, she settles for it and make excuses for it and, and look past red flags, right? So isn't polygyny a good thing then? Right now, I'm not, I don't have a girlfriend right now. I'm separated from my wife. So I'm not speaking as a person who's out there running up and down, I believe in the commandments of God, I don't believe in fornication. I don't fornicate, I believe in no sex until married, I believe in, sex after marriage. I believe you must get married first. I believe that is proven to be the best way. Not just because, God says so, but because, look around you and look at the evidence of what fornication does. And these women that were mentioned also, that's what ended up with them. They were married to the men that were abusing them. They just wanted their money, I guess. So anyway, I'm just saying, what's wrong with a man having more than one wife? If common sense shows that you have more women than men, why is it in Western society especially, they have this, one wife policy? And then, we all know, this is a fact, very few men are faithful to their wives. Very, very few. It's weird, everybody knows this. Everybody and their mother knows this. Everyone knows this, and it's like, we have this unrealistic expectation from men. And I'm speaking as a man who was faithful to his wife, when I was married. I'm speaking as a man. Like I said, I'm separated now. Everybody knows this, that, men, husbands, are not, I say 95%. I say 95. And I could go higher, but I say 95, except for the few real Christian men, okay? I mean, real Christian men. When I say Christian, whenever I say Christian, I don't mean the person say they are Christian. It's evidenced by their fruit. So I think it's 99%, but I want to say 95 to be real, right? Men, 95% of married men, go outside of marriage for sex. Yeah, this is my personal belief. I think it's more, but I'm just gonna be realistic. 95%. No, not just that. No. You women, okay? Before you get married, right? You're sleeping around with married men also, single and married. Before you get married, but then when you get married, you want loyalty. Okay? Most women don't wait for marriage for sex in Western culture. I live in America. Most women, and they think it's normal, and how dare you even ask them who would have been with before before they got with you. Oh, dare you? Oh, that's my business, But you want fidelity, right? So you're out there playing the field as a woman. You're playing the field. You're whoring around as a woman, right? And then now you get a ring, and everything just stops, and everything is just normal, right? You spoil the men before you get married. When you get married, you want fidelity. It doesn't work like that, right? It doesn't work. So, it's like, it's okay to be a whore or a whoremonger for the men. A whoremonger. Before you're married, it's okay. You just ask God for forgiveness, right? You just, whore around, men and women whore around, and then, get married, that's okay. You just ask God for forgiveness. So once you get married, you got to stop the habit. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. And then add to the the natural tendencies, inclinations for men. Naturally, I'm speaking as a man. Naturally, I don't have this wild past. I don't have that, so I can't say. But I know that I admire women. Naturally, it's like I really admire women. Oh boy, I see a mosquito here. I gotta edit this out. How did he get in here? Anyway, yeah. So oh, here he is. This is bad. I'm sorry, but I gotta squash this mosquito. Oh, it's gonna ruin the video. Anyway, I'll get him later. Yeah, naturally. This is bad. Anyway, I hate mosquitoes, okay? I just can't stand them. How did you get inside here? So I was saying, I admire women. I love women. I think that a woman is the most beautiful thing that God made. No joke. I think that a woman is the most beautiful thing that God made. From head to toe, I admire the beauty of a woman. Everything about her. Yeah, I'm tempted to go and get me some nude pictures of of women, full body length, just to look at the the figure of the woman. But then that's nudity, so I won't do it. But I'm just saying, amazing. So I practice amazing self-control, not by my strength. Not by my strength, not by my strength at all. God gave me the ability and the fear of God, to not be out there running up and down with women, or just being with women. Plus, I see the result of, what fornication, what fornication does. It breeds, all kinds of problems in society. So, so a man naturally, a man, desires many women, naturally. You see one, it's like seeing not saying that woman, you're an object, and I don't believe that, but it's like seeing a car. Like there's Lamborghini, there's a Mercedes, there's a BMW, and they're all nice cars, right? And so you look at them and like, whoa, that's a nice car. If you had the money to buy that one, and I guess it's a bad analogy. I don't want to equate women to things, but it's just appreciating fine things, right? So, the man, when he gets married, that does not go away, And I'm not defending that, because in reality, yes, in reality, a man needs just one woman in reality. In reality, I've been researching the anatomy of the vagina. Yeah, I said it, and it's I'm just amazed at the vagina, how what it can go through and still be pleasurable for a husband. I used to think when I was younger that when a woman has like 4 kids that she's now loose. Okay, I used to think that, but then I read up on it and asked my friends advice who's been married for years, have kids, and they told me that that's not so, and I read up and it said it confirms it. So what does a man need beyond one vagina? What does a man need beyond that, right? So but men are like that, and women, you don't help that behavior by sleeping around with them before you get married. It doesn't help. You're only encouraging that behavior, right? But then in the society, there are women that can't find a husband, right? They can't because they are less men to the women, right? So now one guy gets married, and there's a 4 women out there that didn't get married, and what do you think is going to happen? Nature going to take over, right? And these women are going to end up sleeping with, yes, even married men. Okay? So I'm saying, why is polygamy illegal? Why is polygyny, not polygamy, polygyny, why is it illegal? God is not against polygyny. There's no scripture in the Bible that says God is against polygyny, except where it says that a bishop for a church should just have one wife. And that's not against polygyny, that's just against, it's a requirement for an office, right? In the New Testament, right? It's a requirement. There's no in the Bible that God say, thou shalt marry one wife. Okay? So God is not against it, but why are we against it? Right? And in history, it's not going to stop, where the men are always going to be fewer than women. In every society you go to, I'm sure you're going to find more women and men, except in China, where man stepped in and, decided that, okay, this one-child policy, now in China, they can't find wives in China. They're going across the border and importing wives, and kidnapping wives, all kind of nonsense in China. But that's not natural. That was man-made. Naturally, you find that more women are there than men. Okay, so so this thing is gonna keep going on and on, where men, where women are gonna be sleeping around with men, hooking up with men that not their ideal men because of the shortage of men. Okay, playing the field before they get married. Likewise, men. Okay. Be up before marriage, having sex, relationships before marriage, going around, and when they get married, it doesn't stop when they get married, because then there's still more women than men, on, and then women are complaining and, divorcing and, because the man is cheating on them. Am I saying that polygyny would solve the problem? No. As we saw in the Bible, where even if you're married, the Bible, even if you're allowed to have more than one wife in the Bible, men still will go and commit adultery. So it's not. I'm saying that this will solve the problem. I'm just saying that I think that it's hypocritical in that we say that we can practice polygamy before polygyny and polyandry. Before you get married, you can practice that. A woman can have 2 boyfriends before she get married. A man can have 2 girlfriends before he gets married. But once he gets married, that's not okay. Which is it? So that's my rant, on that subject matter, on polygamy. So polygamy is 2 parts. You have polyandry, where the wife has more than one husband, and you have polygyny, where the husband has more than one wife. Of course, polyandry is just nasty. Okay, have a good day.